Sweat Equity Podcast, the number one comedy meets entrepreneurship.
I want money.
Podcast in the world. Hey, we're the number one comedy business podcast in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah. I pay attention real good.
We're all about that girthy ROI. Hey, why don't you share this? Share this show with a friend that needs that side hustle, that needs to get out of that corporate job. Why don't you do that for us before we get into the sponsors, which are Squarespace, website builder.
You didn't give him much of a chance. Okay, go ahead.
They can pause it. This is on-demand radio, baby. This episode is sponsored by Squarespace, all-in-one website builder for your e-commerce or brand, or you want to have a little personal blog. Link to a discount, hookup, holler if you hear me, in this episode's description, along with our other three sponsors. CallRail. You want call tracking
Yes.
on your website?
Please.
You want to record all the calls from click to call on your website?
Yeah.
You want to have some analytics about it? Call swap numbers?
Yeah.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah.
Hit up the link in this episode description. BiglySales.com. It's, you can go to bigleysales.com, or you can hit the promo code. You get the hookup. It says via law in the URL. You can even see it's from me personally. It's a CRM plus marketing outreach, email, SMS, phone, pay as you go. I don't know anybody else cheaper per sin than Bigly Sales.
You're spitting a lot. Like, I've never seen so much spit from you.
I'm kidding, old man. Look at my old man Sam Rothstein glasses.
Succotash.
From Casino. Only pick the winners. And lastly, LinkedIn Premium. Get 2 months free from your boys at Sweat Equity Podcast with the link in this episode description. Let's get it going. Howdy toddy!
It's called Sweat Equity.
Listening to the Sweat Equity Podcast.
All right. Yeah, whenever you want to go. I'll keep talking about balls if you want.
Okay, well, I mean, we're going now, so
well, I miss doing these late night recordings.
Sleepy.
With the two of us. That's what people want to hear when they tune into a podcast. Snore sounds and
everybody's sleepy.
Well, I'm post stand-up show silly right now.
Oh, good.
And I'm sleep deprived, not sleepy. Like I'm delirious, you know?
Yeah. I feel like you probably used your good material, though, already tonight.
Oh, man. You would have loved it. I crushed, dude.
Yeah.
No soundboard? All right.
Well, I highly doubt it. Tell me about how you did.
Fucking.
You asked for
it. It hurts my feelings. Okay. I'm a performer.
I know that's not true. That's why I don't
give a shit.
Well, we haven't done just us two.
I know. I don't even know how to do the soundboard anymore.
You're rusty, dude. It's okay. It's okay.
So rusty.
You're a zombie. It's all good.
Fucking thing sucks.
Put the team on my back. Be someone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sure. I'm slowly getting into football coach mode because it's middle of July. Hey,
right, training camp's coming up, everybody. So.
Yeah. And someone challenged
you better show up to camp.
Someone
in
challenged
shape. Camp is not the time to get in shape.
Someone challenged my speed today, and I was angry about it for an hour.
And did you race this person?
No.
Man or woman?
No. It was a family member. They said another family member's fast. I tell my son, because it's all about foot speed at 6 years old, I go, I'm the fastest in this family until I don't want to be.
For real?
Yeah. I beat him backwards. Him running full speed, which is like dad laughing like
Your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
No, but it was someone else that I was saying it in front of a bunch of family members.
Oh, you were declaring
like, you can't beat blah, blah, blah. In the I was like, are you, what?
Where is he? Bring him to me.
Well, if we do it, I'm wearing cleats, fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll make a big deal out of it then. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, I'll record it. And I'll get slow-mo cameras.
In a suit and I'll go down there and talk like one of the sportscasters, like Aaron Andrews.
but just a wide shot of you by yourself with like from the neck up or from the waist up.
Yeah. When you're on the frozen tundra.
Let's give the audience a little something pragmatic right at the top, just to give it something good.
Yeah. How about make sure your hard drive space is cleared out.
Wow.
When you're wanting to record podcast.
That's the advice?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, guys, spring clean. Go in your iCal. I want it repeating every month.
No, that is a thing, though. If you're not taking time to clean your computer up, then shame on you.
I actually have a great app that simplifies it. It's called Clean My Mac. I usually don't like any of these like IT because they're all upsell and stuff, but this one was recommended by nerds that work in Apple.
How nerdy, though? How nerdy are we talking?
Our Scout IT friends.
They're not that nerdy, though.
Yeah, they're the only B2B Tampa Bay certified Apple provider.
I know. That's cool.
But my point is, like, you get all these antivirus apps and you end up getting more crap. More spam somehow, especially if you have a Windows. The thing I was going to say, I think we may have brought it up, but maybe not. I can't remember. Is we took ChatGPT or Bard, which is Google's ChatGPT that they
Bard
pushed out. Now the difference, I've been using Bard a lot. Now I started ChatGPT, using Bard a lot more.
Have you told ChatGPT yet about it?
I don't want them to know about each other. You know, ChatGPT.
I'm gonna tell them
is the one like. You know, I go to dinner with, but Bard's the one I meet at the hotel room.
Yeah.
You know,
the one you really want.
But for the broke people out there or cheap asses like me, I didn't want to spend money $20 on the professional ChatGPT version. Bard, because it gives you up to 2020, September 2021 of data.
Right.
Bard gives you right now, baby.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
And it's good. And look. Only 14% of the country has played around with any of these. I saw that.
Seems low.
Yeah.
Although a friend of the program, JP Labadie, Dippin Pictures came by the other day and what is ChatGPT?
Oh my God.
And I was like, sit down. We will now ask it magic questions.
He is our producer still, in title, at least.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's watching at home, the production quality today ain't great.
Oh, yeah. We had technical difficulties with the episode we're going to play after this part.
Yeah, I started to tell him about that.
And part of it was my fault because
That's very sweet of you, but
scheduling
not really.
snafu. Do we have a long enough episode with Eli? Eli, my boy.
12 minutes with your boy.
Eli, my boy.
I mean, it's going to be a hard out.
Yeah.
At the end of this episode, and you'll have so many questions.
But we were worried about interviewing this guy because he looked too nice almost, and then he actually was nice.
Yeah, he really got us.
He's really just a positive gent.
Yeah,
we're waiting for the snake oil guys to come on.
Yeah,
we need to get a booker that has.
I know nobody ever is bad.
They're
always nice usually. If they're conscious.
I'll work on it. I'll get some guys that just came out of white collar prison, you know?
Right. Yeah.
They don't have a podcast yet. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. But it's Bard is good when you need to ask it Google questions too. If you're getting into the digital marketing area, because I'm like, what does Google want for a blog post? It's like, bang, bang, bang.
I was like, you mean you're just Googling stuff to the AI? But okay.
Well, it's like YouTube's SEO algorithm is a little bit of a mystery, and it's meant to be that way. I think, kind of like Netflix doesn't give ratings away because it gives them leverage over negotiations. Yeah. I think these algorithms are purposely not. They're not going to open. So they show what
it's their intellectual property.
Right. That's their bang, right? That they can't tell you, hey, we're using a lot of psych ops to really keep you on these platforms. However, it will tell you what Google, what YouTube likes right now. Because it changes.
Yeah. Ooh, coming in hot.
I had some vegan protein from those cookies that are not healthy for you.
Oh, God. This is going to be bad, huh?
Those Lenny and Larry ones. I forgot I had those.
Can I do that?
Yep.
Oh, is that a new one?
No, we've had that.
We just don't use it.
Can I do that?
Tried to get my kids to watch Family Matters. They didn't like it, and I talked to them for an hour about it.
What's funny is me and John Paul also watched the Key and Peele Family Matters sketch.
Yeah, that's great. That show's so they've nailed it nuts.
How many times are we going to use this transformation machine?
Couple things, since you and I have had guests a lot, the Bang energy drink stuff is really interesting. a company out of Miami
Uh-huh.
that went bankrupt. It crushed this new kind of energy drink pre-workout market kind of thing
Yes.
because it has creatine in it.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't get a distributor. They couldn't figure out a deal to get distributing rights. Boom, all gone. Bang is no more.
Really?
They're out of Miami too. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
So you want to drive down to Miami and get some cheap bang?
Now that's the interesting thing is I would have thought this happened in May. I think or
Still good. That's not expired.
oh no,
We've got years.
I got one at a Hood gas station because it's become my pre-workout now. I like having one of those. Except, I mean, look, it's a net positive because walking around with a bang is like wearing an Affliction shirt.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a Target.
Ed Hardy.
Yep.
It's just like I'm not a UFC fan, really. Like it's a UFC.
I thought it means bang like humping.
Right. So I'm surprised no one's bought them up yet because there's a Portlandia episode where they try to do a startup cell phone company.
Yes.
And it's so funny because you're like, oh, of course. There's 4 companies that do this.
Right.
We were just
You can't
about to
just
talk
do
shit
it.
about Ryan Reynolds, and I was looking up Mint Mobile sold for $1.3 billion.
Right.
That's as close as you
my
get.
idea was we got to get Ryan Reynolds off of LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, no.
He doesn't belong on LinkedIn. He's got plenty of other platforms to shine,
Well, look,
including
if Mark Cuban's on there, if
he's a business guy though.
he owns.
Listen, I make up these arbitrary rules
Okay.
of who gets to stay and go, and Ryan Reynolds is out.
But that's Deadpool.
That's my decision.
He's gonna fight Wolverine.
I love Ryan Reynolds, but get off of LinkedIn, bro.
I don't know. I think we're a little insecure because we're kind of. I really do say this in public, and people don't get I'm fucking around. I'm like kind of a big deal on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
it just zooms right by them, and they're like, okay. And you're like, I'm fucking. I'm like, now, then you have to back out and
I'm
go.
fucking around, but I am though.
Would I ever?
Please
Would
believe
anybody
me.
ever say that?
Right. That's the problem though. Is that I think there are people who be like, you know, how many followers on LinkedIn?
There probably is in a very like digital creator business dork like corporate
Mixer.
Yeah, when you go to those conferences, I feel like that's where you would have that combo.
Right.
You know, I hate going to trade shows and conferences just partly for that reason. It's like it's 2 in the lane and no one can not talk.
Yeah. There's no lube. You know what everybody's coming at you for one way or another.
Here's another pragmatic thing. LinkedIn just changed the algorithm. They want you to have like more legit kind of user first content kind of thing, like just sharing stuff and it being so celebrity heavy. I think they're backing off on that, so you might get your wish.
Good.
Yeah, because it's like
Good.
the all of LinkedIn's.
I already regret it.
All of LinkedIn's,
Come back, Ryan.
All of LinkedIn's feed is like
Sorry.
the opposite of Reddit. Like Reddit's like, man, you better.
Bro,
better-
Reddit's crazy right now.
Well, Reddit's just a bunch of angry dads. I feel like.
Yes.
I feel like that's a lot.
Actually, it should be called actually.
Right. But it's like Reddit is great. You find out a lot of stuff on it, but then you'll get down one of the subreddits and you'll start reading the thread, and then you're like, oh boy, now I'm in the middle of this spat between all these nerds.
Right.
That doesn't matter. It wasn't the thing I was looking up.
It's so much work to go through and judge everybody's thing. And it's like, well, I kind of agree with him, but also he makes a good point, and then I'm not going to write anything at the end. Why would I do that?
I judge the alien little avatar. I'm like, which one does that person have?
Oh.
You know?
I never pay attention to that.
Well, apparently, if you want, we gave away that website to skip OnlyFans payments.
Right.
Fapello.
You're welcome.
I've heard you can find the stuff you can't find on, what's the site? Cornhub?
Yeah.
Cornhob? Something like that.
What?
There's like porn for free. I don't know. I still ask people in AOL chat rooms.
Okay.
But
there's your pragmatic advice.
no, you can go
There's
on Reddit.
something out there that gives you
No,
free
Reddit.
porn.
Reddit
Yeah,
has
we know.
crazy stuff. I didn't know that.
What? Reddit has what?
Reddit has if you've tapped all the synapses in your head from too much.
Oh, you mean like crazy shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, lonely, angry dads probably.
Yeah.
Depressed dads.
Probably.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. Reddit does have a nice democracy to it that I appreciate.
Yeah, I like it too. And I like that the founder is married to Serena Williams.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing more than
weird
that.
match.
I just like it.
Yeah.
He's actually, I saw him on an interview Sunday morning, like SportsCenter. He's made the professional pickleball league, I believe. Or no. Excuse me. That's something else. That's someone else. His thing is in that indoor golf, like you get all these. No. You get like these badass. Think of like Top Golf inside.
Okay.
Pros are playing it, and it's basically set up to bet on it. So you get all the guys that just retired, and they're playing in like an indoor golf arena.
So they do like the games like Top Golf would have,
something like that.
Try and land it on a spot or whatever.
It's like all like if you played with Michael Jordan, what games would he do?
Oh god,
like the first one to that tree, kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, that could blow up. It's as interesting as golf is on TV.
No, it definitely could because it's got the juice of golf. It's got the fun of golf and experience of thinking you can do that, like the delusions of grandeur.
Sure.
And then you got the juice, you got the speed juice of betting, like live betting.
Right. If they were smart, they would lean into the energy and not make it a fucking pious occasion like a golf tournament is, where it's like, don't talk to him. Don't be talking.
I want to say it's headquartered out of LA or Miami, so that energy is definitely in those cities.
Pick up some Bang energy drinks.
Yeah.
And
my favorite story that we haven't talked about either is the Dippin Dots CEO.
No, tell me about it.
You know Dippin Dots, the ice cream of the future that came out 40 years ago.
Right.
The Dippin Dots, these CEOs really are fucking wild.
Yeah, man.
But the ones that do the startup founder, had a crazy idea, My Pillow, dude, like these kind of guys that come up like even the guy that I like, the Flex Seal dude, is amazing, and I bet he's obnoxious to be around, but like, why don't you want the window seat?
He's not the actual guy, is he? He's the inventor.
I think so. Why they get just get a guy
point.
that looks kind of like a guy who created?
Well, is he believable as a founder? He's
yeah,
not too good looking. I don't know, man.
This guy looks like he could have been dorky enough to make his own Flex Seal in his garage and then try it on a boat.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder what he started with.
But it's not the CEOs that are they say that.
What did he do? What did Dippin Dots guy do?
The old adage
I want to hold on.
There's CEOs that can get a company up and running and get it to a certain point, and then there's the real psycho ones that are quiet but psycho that take you from like that area where they left
millions
off
to billions.
Yeah, right. He strangled his girlfriend who escaped.
Oh wow!
This is like June. I got this story June 18th. I think it happened a couple of days before that. Yeah, so that's fun.
Yikes!
What
else you got?
I just think the juxtaposition of the silliest like product.
Right.
I've been making Dippin Dots for 40 years.
Yeah.
I had this.
You will not bring down my Dippin Dots empire.
I was rolling boogers one day on the side of the road and decided, ooh, little balls. I don't give a shit. I wish this was ice cream. Yeah.
Somehow they have like a monopoly at all the theme parks.
Yeah, you make those distribution deals, okay? Submarine thing, that's not great. Some Reddit stuff you sent me that, let's see. Oh.
What did I send you? Reddit stuff.
You sent me.
If I sent it, it's interesting.
Kid is casually playing Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Nope, that one was on accident, I think.
Oh yeah, that was. And then you sent a Chat GPT guide.
Oh yeah.
Prompts.
See,
that
not very good to talk about, I guess.
It's more of a visual.
Yeah.
If we were smart, we'd put it on our social.
I know.
We'll get there. Once we just
another 5 years, we'll figure this shit out.
We just got Later app for social, and it is okay.
We'll figure it out.
It
when?
Is middle of the road.
Later.
Ooh.
You were supposed to say it, and then you just kind of didn't.
I was trying to think. The last thing I did want to talk to you about.
What?
Is who do you think is going to win in a fight? Zuck or Musk?
I've got my money on Elon Musk all day.
I haven't seen anybody that has their money on Zuckerberg.
Like
that doesn't work for him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of odds you get. I'm betting for the Android man.
Well, you know what's cool is when you sign up for Threads, it shows the number you are of when you sign up on your Instagram. By the way, here's another thing. If you
I gotta do it real quick.
If you delete your Threads, it deletes your Instagram.
Deletes your Instagram. What?
You know Threads, the new app.
Yes.
If you
Twitter for Instagram.
Right. If you sign, except no hashtag, so that's
so not as good as Twitter.
I got another tangent. This is why I hate marketers so much. The first day, within the first 24 hours of this thing coming out, I saw 3 things that are like, I know how to grow you on Threads instantly.
I've been on Threads for 10 years.
And it's like,
I've got a lot of experience.
I saw friend of the program, Dan Kurtz, make a joke about that before. And I was like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Then I saw it.
Yeah.
3 times. And I was like, this thing's not been out that long.
So wait, what were you going to say about it? It deletes your Instagram? How?
If you delete your Threads app, like delete that account, it will delete your Instagram.
Oh, wow.
So if you do...
That's weird.
Or apparently that's what everybody's saying. But I've seen it enough times to think it's... Why would a lot of people lie about that?
Right.
So...
yeah, well... I mean, dude, that probably happened to a lot of people. They're like, I don't feel like getting into another one of these.
I almost did it too.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And now you're in it.
Well, it's a simplified Twitter, basically, at this point.
Yeah, man. Twitter was so complicated.
But
now with all those letters you can pick from?
Well, the only thing they're doing, but what everybody's doing is just putting the old stuff from the other social accounts onto this one. Right.
Reposting like a motherfucker. It's like original content.
It is interesting to see that many. I thought I was within, I don't know, 16 hours of whenever it broke.
Yeah.
My number is like 900,000, 6,100.
Nobody cares
961.
What the rest of these numbers are. You get that, yes?
Just say just right under 1 million.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like,
you're in the top 1 million club.
Isn't that weird though? That's so many people right away.
Yeah. Then again, it's not that weird. I mean, there's a lot of people glued to computers.
I guess I find it their phones really. Which is a computer, so you're right. But
thank you.
I feel like I don't know. It's interesting to see ChatGPT get that many signups, kind of a little under the radar in the 3rd version of it, and then this one happened, and it was like 1 billion people or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, 14% of Americans have tried it. I should preface that. But India's probably all over that shit.
Yeah, take our jobs.
Philippines.
Sure, them too.
I'll be your virtual assistant in the Philippines.
Yeah.
We ready to get into this interview with
Mr.
So. Nice Guy?
Yeah. I feel bad though.
You didn't think we could even do, you didn't think we could do enough minutes.
I just didn't want to. JK, man. Jeez.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
I don't know.
I want to hear some InstaFloss. Let's get into it.
Okay, we'll get into it.
See, we're a lean show. We don't have any producers. Eric is co-host and producer. So, and we like to call it lean and efficient.
God, I was paying attention.
All right, we're back in it. Back to... You want to clap or something?
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gives us a point to cut. Just you and I talking. Homeschooled 7 kids. Did all 7 kids make this proposition at 13 or some point? Like, hey, I'm
really curious if you have an older sibling who was like, shit.
Yeah, or you're the oldest and they all just followed your lead.
Right.
They would reverse back to 7th grade and did it again. No, I was the only one who was that motivated not to go to school.
Did they pick on you for that?
Who?
Your siblings, the people who pick on you the best, the brothers and sisters, right?
No. They respected it and were perhaps a little jealous of it, and perhaps realized that they wouldn't have necessarily done it on their own.
I'm going to give a kudos to your mom and dad.
You grew up in like a healthy family or something?
Yeah, you grew up in like the sitcom Nice Family, like Step by Step or something. Like, You seem very well adjusted too. So that's
I'm trying to remember if they were good parents or not.
yeah. Patrick Duffy, Suzanne Summers, come on, dude, and the Code Man outside.
Yeah, they let a grifter sleep in their driveway. Is that good parenting?
Think
I
about
don't
it
know.
like security, dude.
From that guy,
You mean the Substitute sequel number 4?
what?
Remember the Substitute? Remember they made a bunch of teacher
yes,
movies in the
yeah.
90s where teachers were badasses or something?
Eli's inspiration.
Well, no, he tells teachers to shove it. He goes, take that leather jacket, Michelle Pfeiffer, and shove it up your ass. Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to you. So you had a pretty good upbringing. That's the vibe we're getting.
Yeah, I would say, lots of reading, lots of good role models, lots of independence. It's very useful.
It's very interesting because, like, entrepreneurship, it has a wide spectrum of origin stories, I'd say. There's the super duper ones sometimes have a traumatic something happen in their childhood. I feel like the ultra entrepreneur kind of person. But then
lots of times I witnessed one of my parents lose their jobs. I didn't ever want to be beholden to somebody else, so I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, or your parents got shot outside of a theater and you had to save Gotham the rest of your
Batman
life.
and all that.
That old thing. But
it helps to inherit a lot of money for that venture.
Right.
What's interesting though is it's just an innate drive. Like you had that. I find that very fascinating. I don't know what to ask after that, but InstaFloss. Let's go to that.
Sure.
And I may just leave in the middle of this episode, so we'll see how that goes. Eric can take the reins solo. InstaFloss. How do you? There's a lot to go with because products are tough. We're on the service side, and if we call anything a product, it's an app or software or something,
Right.
Which I hate, by the way, people calling apps product. But
it's what it is.
It needs to be tangible. That's my call. But InstaFloss, I'm thinking of a corollary of like having a dental practice is tough because you're getting everybody, they hate it. No one comes in like pumped, and anything related to dental hygiene is a bummer for most people. How are you guys kind of pushing through on that? Like, I don't think I'm saying anything out of turn because I think that's just kind of ubiquitous, right?
I agree.
Yeah, no, I mean, so you're correct. In fact, you are so correct that we have plenty of data to back you up. 70% of Americans regularly skip flossing, and Americans have some of the best oral hygiene in the world. So the numbers are that's not America. That's just real close.
We're the most American state. I have a 30-minute chunk in my stand-up back about it. All right, let's go into
America's America.
Ron DeSantis is leaving. Okay, go ahead.
Where was I? Yeah, so most people don't want to floss. And the reasons they give is that it takes too long and that it hurts. And then even if they do floss, they go to the dentist and the dentist is like, your teeth sucks. It's like, but I floss. And it's like, yeah, not well. Because if you look at studies, where they have one group of people who floss themselves and the group of people who get flossed by dentists for the duration of the study. By the end of the study, the people who were flossed by dentists have a tremendous increase in their oral health. The people who floss themselves are not that different from the group who don't floss. So that's the unfortunate thing. People get discouraged. That even if you go through all that effort and all that time and all that pain, you don't even get the results you want. So we knew we had to make it fast. We had to solve the time. We had to solve the comfort. And we had to make sure that it was going to do it automatically for you. So I started hitting the books, reading everything I could on flossing. And I discovered that water jets are actually more effective than string in terms of floss. It can get deeper underneath the gum lines. It can clean more plaque. It's got a better result in terms of, reducing gingivitis and etc. However, manual water flossers take even longer than string to accomplish a floss. So you take the number one complaint about flossing and you make it worse. And I'm like, oh man, that really sucks. What do they get for this? Turns out over $1 billion a year. I'm like, if I could make the number one complaint about flossing better, perhaps the number two complaint better, number three complaint better, perhaps we could do a little better than that. So I was like, okay, I have to pursue this. So I called up an old college buddy of mine who, after college, he went and became a doctor. And I was like, we have got to solve this. It's like, okay, first we have to figure out the constraints. How many jets can we fit in your mouth? How much water is we were at like the pool, like stuffing hoses in our mouth, just trying to measure capacity for water in the mouth.
That's R&D. That still counts.
That's exactly. I mean, and it just got weirder from there because after we had some schematics.
Tell us more. Where else did you put the hoses?
Found myself in Mexico where I started a new life. Yada, yada, yada. Tijuana. Yada, yada, yada.
Hence the mustache. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So after we had some schematics for an idea, I was like, okay, the way we're going to do this is we're going to have 12 jets aimed at the correct 90-degree angle and with a rotating inlet, and it will rotate around your mouth and do everything in 10 seconds with 100% coverage, which you can see way easier on InstaFloss.com than me being able to explain to you verbally. So just go there and you'll see how it works.
Very good videos, yeah.
But we're like, okay, now we have to refine this to make sure it's effective. So I started going through contacts, trying to find a dental scientist. And it turned out that the chair of the American Dental Association Council of Science actually lived in Miami. So I messaged her, Dr. Ana Mascarenhas. It's like, hey, can I get a meeting in your office hours? She's like, sure, come in. We explained our schematics, and she's like, I really like this idea. Nobody flosses. This would do the trick, but this is how you test it to make sure it actually works. So for the next 2 years, we were flossing pigs.
I thought you were saying you were like gluttons for flossing.
I love flossing. I'm a flossing pig.
You feed them to the pigs.
Can't get enough of it.
The pigs break down. Go ahead.
Some more snacks.
That's pretty good snatch. That was pretty good.
Their tissue is actually pretty similar to human tissue.
Yeah.
And so before we go on to humans, we need to make sure that we're effective in pig flesh. And so we would actually get pig heads from the butcher. We would cut them vertically. The brains would fall out. The brains are way smaller and way gooier than I thought they would ever be. They're like a golf ball made out of Jello. It's not
really.
But
did you taste
just
it?
a golf ball size? That'd be bigger.
Yeah. Pigs are smart though.
They're smarter than dogs for sure. And this is the most important part. They have 30-minute orgasms.
Whoa.
So do I. Me and Sting.
The wrestler?
Yeah, the wrestler Sting and I.
More wrestling.
Together, just like dun, 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 dun.
At the same time.
You have to play the wrestling music the whole time.
Yeah.
Your intro music. Sorry, we're in silly time mode.
Eli brought it up.
Yeah.
So we can move off.
My fault.
And I'm gonna dart out of here in a second, but because I fucked my schedule up.
Genius.
Pretty
so
smart.
I'll cut to the chase then. We cut away the pig gums. We see how much plaque we're getting rid of. We see when we're on the right track until we can move to humans. We eventually test it in humans. It is actually more effective than anything we tested against that's on the market. And then we go into production, and here I am in Mexico. Now I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and you're in pre-order mode right now, correct? On the site it says that?
For about like another month or two, yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to have you back on so we can. We're gonna have a lot more questions, I'm sure, right after we finish. But yeah, we need to have a part 2 to your story
for sure.
Maybe get your parents on too.
Right.
That would be interesting. Oh, if we could get your whole family on Zoom while we do this, that would be.
I don't
fun.
think that's logistically possible.
Well, everybody's to do it from their phone, wherever they are. And I'm sure they're as eloquent as you are.
Yeah. Why do you say it like that?
No, because there's no family that has everybody that's eloquent.
Oh, so you did mean that?
Yeah.
That look.
I'm just saying families are funny. I don't know. Why do we have to end it on a fight all the time? Eli, my boy, I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, we'll have you on. We'll have you on after you launch, hopefully, so we can push you out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'd love to get you guys a sample so you
please.
Yeah.
We forgot to ask that callously in the beginning.
He was saying, he's like, I'm gonna ask him.
No, everybody that has swag or products, we should just ask them for the first question. Can we get some free stuff?
Yeah.
And just be really.
We will talk about it.
Be the trashy family and $1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I think it's kind of self-serving because I think would have way more cred coming from your mouth than from mine that you like the product.
We'll do it on the show. Like,
Yeah.
That's how we're whores. We'll do it.
We'll do it live on the show.
Free stuff.
On tape.
We get like a free bumper sticker. We're pumped. So this is even better. It's like Christmas.
Yeah, everybody has a price. The only question is how low is it?
Pretty low.
Pretty low.
Pretty low.
The bar's low over on this side in Tampa. All right. Appreciate you coming on. We'll have you back on. I'll follow up with your booker. And thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it was fun. Fun conversation.
Thanks, man.